will fall into the list just because of the SIC code. So I'll go through and make sure they get pulled off the list, so we're not calling businesses that we don't want either.
I got you. Now, one last thing that kind of came from you stay in contact with them, whether it would be mail or whatever the case is. Where do you get your? Is there something maybe on the business dashboard that you would use more frequently than something else if you're sending some type of mail correspondence?
It's not that Farmers doesn't have great stuff out there for us, but I like more personal-looking mail than corporate-looking mail if we're sending something in mail to them. So sometimes we just may draft up our own little letter to send to them, just to make it a personal reference that kind of maybe brings more attention to it than something that looks maybe just like a more basic form letter. I'm more of a fan of the personalized advertising, if that makes sense.
I know a couple of years ago you were taking photographs or obtaining photographs of the business and kind of sending that with the letter. Do you still do any of that?
It works so well, I stopped doing it. It's one of those things that we kind of got away from that. It works so well, we just stopped doing it, and it's something we really need to readdress. But, that's kind of how the relationship with Client Focus started, is we would drive around town, on the way to an appointment, from an appointment, on the weekend, whatever the case may be, and we would take photos of endless businesses, send them kind of a letter we had created with a picture of the business on the top of the letter, and then have Client Focus do the follow-up phone call to them, offering the opportunity for a free quote.
Got it. Well, thanks, Joel.
No problem.
Yep, thanks for the good question. Anybody else out there? All right, Joel. Really appreciate you doing this for us. We hope to see you in Ohio. I'm planning on coming there on May 15th, so if there's other agents that are on in Ohio, we plan on being there for that agency seminar show. I think it's May 15th, isn't it?
Yeah, May 15th, May 16th.
Okay.
We'll be down there.
All right.
It's actually May 15th and 16th. You're exactly right.
And
okay.
Mike, just for all the other agents in Ohio that are Farmers agents that are on here, the one thing that I'm working with Client Focus to do now, too, is one of the big things kind of buzzing around Ohio and I think around the country for agencies to have as a contact manager. And this is something Dean and I have been talking about. And rather than me necessarily hiring an in-house contact manager to go through and call all the AMP letters and to call all the 21st century leads and such, I'm turning all of those calls over to Client Focus and having them do all those calls for me. And we've done, I think, 4 sessions on the AMP calls, and they're calling between 80 and 90 people per session, I believe. I'll have to pull on a sheet. I just got one today. But of the 80 to 90 people they're calling, we're getting around 5 to 6 leads per session of people that are interested in auto and home quotes, which is much better than the 2 to 3% that's kind of the target.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing that we're doing is we're also doing review calls. So, and we're hooking up a program with Main Street Marketing so that people, agents can add that also for review calls. So, again, Rob will talk about that tomorrow at 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, hey, don't want to take any more time, so appreciate you guys coming to the call. And, again, thanks, Joel. We'll stay in touch, okay?
All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Thank you. Yep, thank you.
Bye.
Very good.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you.
Yep.
You bet.
Yep.
Talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.